The gay rights movement is one of the least acknowledged yet most influential initiatives in American history, and that should not deteriorate its effectiveness on our society as a whole. Instead, the gay rights movement has and should serve as a beacon for Americans across the nation not to shy away from expressing their true selves. Let's step back into the late 1960s, where society was deeply rooted in conformity and a lack of acceptance for social change. Starting with the Stonewall riots, the gay rights movement reminded Americans that freedom of expression, under the First Amendment, was to be protected for all. In order to grasp the nation's attention in favor of the movement, the Stonewall riots served as a riot against discriminatory behavior and injustice that had targeted the LGBT+ community for decades prior. What goes unnoticed amidst the violence in the eyes of the public at the time was the impact that bringing attention to the movement accumulated. Since the initial founding of the gay rights movement in 1924 by Henry Gerber, the number of gay rights violations existing in America were numerous, with about 12 distinct violations being accepted worldwide. Nevertheless, the movement's motivation to actively incite change for their cause served as the roots for more vocal gay rights today. While the movement only began to receive public acknowledgement for their actions in the early 2000s, with the Matthew Shepard Act identifying anti-LGBT violence as a hate crime, participants in the gay rights movement have been fighting for their rights long before the Stonewall riots. In 1952, the Mattachine Foundation organized their local chapters to publish LGBT+ authors and their opinions in print news. This introduced The Ladder, which was the first lesbian publication of any kind, and the Machionette Review, which served as the second gay publication ever. Shortly after their entrance into circulation, these groups were unafraid of utilizing the written word against the movement's recent setbacks, being the American Psychological Association's listing of homosexuality as a form of mental disorder, known as DSM-1. Nevertheless, the gay rights movement has come a long way in its effectiveness for social change. In 1973, DSM-2 was removed from the APA's list of psychiatric disorders. Americans today are learning more about what it means to be an ally of the LGBT+ community. The gay rights movement has received more recognition in recent years, with increased protest attendance and support, and acknowledgement towards June being Pride Month, even an introduction of LGBT+ education into classrooms. While this movement has and will continue to endure the challenges presented by individuals who oppose the movement, 32 different pride flags fly across America, representing how far the gay rights movement has come. Gay rights activist
Audre Lorde says,
"We are powerful because we have survived." Thank you.